Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? My name is Thomas Brush, and I make indie games for a living. Today's going to be really fun. We're going to jump inside of this creepy mansion, and we're going to start doing interior design. And we're going to have all these different layouts for individual rooms, and try and make this game as scalable as possible with the use of prefabs. By the way, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, click below. It's totally free. My treat to you. You can use this however you want to make your own 2D game. Whether it's a personal project or a commercial project where you make $1 million, I really don't care. I used this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So download that and let's get started. So we've got, we got a lot done. I don't know if you guys remember this. I think it was Tuesday last week, and that was before I went on vacation. We had a really good time putting together all of these different assets and models. And we can hit play here just to take a look at how everything looks. Hopefully, let's see here. Okay, okay, no, I'm not lost. I'm good. Okay, so here's this room here. Let's go to 16 by 9. 1920 by 1080 is fine. So this is what we've got here. Pretty cool. And a lot of these we could pick up. Well, we can't pick up some of them because... Whoa! Whoa! Oh no! Look, it could fly. Hold on. He's taking me up high. Higher than the sky. So there's... Way to go, Thomas. There is a few bugs we need to work out here. Let's see. So all of these, they need rigid bodies on them. We don't currently have rigid bodies. But before we add those rigid bodies, we're going to go back to a list that we were working on last week. And you guys came up with all these incredible ideas. I think the last thing we came up with was a globe. So there's just a ton of items that a school has, specifically a school. And we want to create those items for this scene here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and jump into that list. I think I saved it on my desktop somewhere. Let's see here. Where is it? Welcome, welcome, Ignited. Aphex. Mini Tom Official. Awesome. All right, cool. So I have a little, uh-oh. Oh no, it's all gone. What? Let's go to recent. Oh, I think I threw it out. That's not good. What did I throw out? Items. There it is. Let's recover this. Recover. There it is. Okay. So let's jump into the list here and see what we got to do. This is a really important one, Blackboard. So let's go to our asset store, and we're going to see if we can find a free Blackboard. Nothing crazy here, but I do want to be able to write stuff on it in Photoshop, okay? So let's just find a free Blackboard. And this is one of those things, guys, where you just don't need to be afraid to use assets. It's totally free. Japanese school classroom. Hey, we could actually just type in low poly classroom. As long as there's textures. Ooh, horror classroom. This might be right up my alley. The poly count seems a little high. No, I don't want to be paying for an actual room. I think that would be kind of stupid because we already have a room, right? So let's just type in chalkboard. See what we get here. Menu chalkboard. Okay. What about Blackboard? What do we got for free here? Do we have any free assets? All right. We don't. Let's go to Sketchfab. And just see what we can find here. Let's see here. Blackboard. All right, let's go to license. I don't really care about the license yet. And and downloadable. Okay, so this one's downloadable. There we go. We have a generic Blackboard right here. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this one and see what the license is. Oh, it's $5. I might be willing to pay for that, but let's see if there's any that are free. Oopsie. They usually tell me when it's free. Interesting. Usually they'll tell me when it's free. I don't know what I'm looking at here. All right, well, I think we're going to have to create our own. I don't want to spend $15 on a stupid Blackboard. So let's just open up Blender and make a Blackboard, okay? Let's do that. Nothing too crazy here, nothing too difficult. Let's see here. Let's bring Blender over here. And let's start creating a Blackboard. Scale, squash, scale, scale. Good. A little bit like that. Okay. And what else, Thomas? Well, we could probably just bring this up. Yeah, the thing I didn't really want to deal with was unwrapping the chalkboard. That's about the only reason why I didn't want to deal with it. But I think this is okay. It's not going to be that hard. And then we're going to do a inset, right? So edit mode. Jump to just the front is going to be insetted, okay? Like this. And you want to definitely make sure that it's framed properly. So just like that. We'll do one more inset just to be careful. I might want to do a little lip there. Scale like this. And then we're just going to do an extrusion towards the middle. There we go. Just like that, okay? And this is what I was talking about. We want to do a lip here, so we're just going to extrude the lip out. Could we do 0? Something like that. Close. Close. And then we're going to just go to this and make it flat like this. Like that, see? So now we have this little lip here. I could probably take these here and just scale them. It's not perfect, but whatever. I don't really care. Do you guys care? I don't think you do. Let's try again. We could actually take this. Could we scale it like that? Would we be able to get away with that? No, we're not going to worry about the lip, okay? We'll just put the chalkboard in there. Or the chalk bar and the chalk there. But that's great. All right, we got ourselves a Blackboard. Hooray! So let's go ahead and save this out. And we're going to put this in. I have a little folder called Thomas Custom Models. Nothing crazy here. We're going to call this chalkboard. Okay. Save that out. All right, so everything is going to be just a simple wood material. Okay. So we're going to assign it as wood, but this one here is just going to be a Blackboard. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this as, well, actually, I don't think I want multiple. Yeah, it's fine. Let's do multiple materials. Blackboard. Okay. And hit assign. Good. And what I'm going to do is actually just go ahead and create the materials here. Actually, you know what? I'm fine with just having it be Blackboard. So we're going to assign everything as Blackboard. Okay. Save that out. I'm going to open up Photoshop here. Why can't you hear me? One of you said, Thomas, we can't hear you. Check 1 2 1 2. Is it really soft, guys? Let's test it out here. How's that? Is that better? Sorry, guys. Volume's fine for you guys? Okay. All right, let's open up Photoshop and get started on this Blackboard. I didn't plan on doing this Blackboard custom, but whatever. All right, let's create a new document. 1080 by 1080 is fine. And what I'm going to do is just have a variety. Actually, not a variety. We're just going to have a blackboard here. So something like this. And it's going to say something like, I don't know. Let's find some chalk. Here we go. It's going to say something like, help. Okay, something like that. And then the rest is just going to be brown. Okay, I don't really care about texture or anything like that. It's just going to be a nice, subtle brown. Okay, that's it. That's all we want to do here. I'm fine with going a little bit smaller. Nothing special here. Save it out. All right, and we're going to go to the file here, or the folder here, Father, Unity. And this is in the Git version. Assets. And we have an asset dump. There it is. And then we have Thomas Custom Models. And this is just going to be called Chalkboard. And that's good, right? Nothing crazy here. Let's go to Blender. And we want to be able to see the material here. We're going to assign, well, our blackboard is all perfectly assigned. We're going to unwrap it though. I'm going to actually just do seams here. Like this. Is it a seam is what we're going to add here? I haven't done modeling in a while. Edge, mark seam, and then unwrap. There you go. There's our UV. There's our UV. I don't want to, let's do a cube projection. I think is fine here. So we're going to take this one. Good. It's going to be somewhere up here, I know. And then the rest, so I'm going to select invert. And then all of this is just going to be some crappy UV down here, right? Doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we're going to go to our texture or our material here, and we're going to go to our base color, and we're going to choose image. Okay. Let's choose an image. There's chalkboard. Good, selected. Now let's take a look. There it is. Okay. So we were close, but no cigar, right? So let's go to edit mode, and there we go. And all we're going to do is take this and just move it over and just scale it up. Okay. All right. Yay. We got a chalkboard. File. Let's just actually just save it. And then we're going to bring this into Unity and add we'll add a box collider to it, but we don't want the player to be able to pick anything up. Okay. That was it, man. Like, that's all we really wanted to do for a chalkboard. So we got ourselves a chalkboard now. We'll add a box collider to it. And obviously you want to set the resolution really, really low, right? So let's go to the blackboard here. Go to the texture. We're going to set it to 128. And we're going to do point no filter. Hit apply. There we go. That's about it. We could probably add some kind of weird texturing to the entire thing. So let's see here. Let's go to Pexels.com. Why not? And then just type in paper texture. It doesn't matter what it is. This is just one of my favorites. And we're just going to throw this on top of the entire thing here. And we're going to do actually just normal, and then drop down the opacity like this. And then we're going to do a crazy pixelate mosaic filter here. And just do a lot of pixelation like this. Okay. That's about it. And then we can even crank up the contrast. Good. And we'll scale it down just a little bit here. There we go. Okay. Drop down the opacity here and save it out and take a look and see what it looks like. All right, cool. We've got a little bit more of a texture going on here. And the back is fine too. So it just looks a little bit more pixelated, and that's what you want. Okay. Let's hit play just to make sure everything looks good with the chalkboard, and we're going to move on to the next asset. Just get things done, right, guys? So there's our chalkboard. Good. We could probably get away with creating just a really simplistic square for the, and then also, yeah, let's do that. We're going to have just a black for the, what do you call that? The eraser. And then a white for the chalk. That's all. Okay. And then we can go into Blender here, and we're just going to create a simple square. And by the way, let's actually object apply all transforms. Good. And we're also going to set the origin to the geometry, and then apply the, I just want to do it just in case. Apply all transforms. Okay. So it looks like the origin. Yeah, let's go to, first off, let's just finish up the, eraser. I don't know, I just think that it would be kind of cheap to not have an eraser and a piece of chalk for the player to mess with. So we're going to do that really quick. When you have a system ready to go, guys, don't be afraid to just utilize the heck out of it. Instead of building something new, or a new game mechanic, just utilize what you already have. What I already have is the ability to pick objects up and throw them around. So why not just do it, right? So we're going to do that is our chalk. We'll move it over here. There's one. This is going to be assigned the... Wait. No. Where is it? I wish you could reuse materials. Very frustrating. I can. Okay. We're going to unwrap this. Let's go to edit mode. Unwrap. Good. And then we're just going to go to UV editing here. And crap. So we need to go ahead and reload that chalkboard again. Okay. So let's open that up. Go to chalkboard. There it is. Good. Okay. We're going to take this, just scale it down. Nothing crazy here, guys. Seriously. I'm not worried too much about this stuff. And then I'm going to take the chalk. We're going to make sure everything's named properly. What's going on there? Got a little issue here. Go to edit mode. Select all of the same. Select all, and then don't select that. And then we're going to go to UV editing here. Yes. Move it over. Whoopsie. Over here. We could probably scale it up a little bit. And then let's go back into object mode, and we have this cube here. So we're going to call this chalk. This is going to be called chalkboard. And we're not going to have multiple pieces of chalk because that's just going to be a little prefab. We can use it over and over again, right? All right. Okay, so we have the chalk, and then why don't we just go ahead and let's copy this and bring it over, and this is going to be our eraser. Let's go to edit mode here. Edit, and we're just going to bring this face up, and that's our eraser. Go to this, that's transform. Yep, that's applied. We're going to apply this transform. And then we're going to make sure and apply this transform. You don't want weird transform values, right? So apply all transforms. Good, good, good. And then what I want to do is select everything. And I'm going to go to... I actually want the center to be right about... Let's see here. I want the center to be right here. But I also want it to be over so that it snaps to walls, right? If it doesn't snap to walls, then we got ourselves a problem, right? So right there, okay? Is that correct? No, that's not correct. Thomas, be careful, buddy. We're going to bring this over. By the way, for those of you who are just joining us, feel free to download that free 2D game kit below. It's totally free. It's my treat to you. You can use it however you want. You can use it commercially or personally. I used it for a game for PewDiePie, and I got to play it for PewDiePie in front of his audience, or play it with PewDiePie in front of his audience. So feel free to use that however you want. Okay. So the eraser, we're going to subtract that, and we're going to go to Blackboard. Good. Okay. And is this one the same one? Yep. Okay. We've got all these different materials we're reusing. Then we're going to go to edit mode for that. Select it, unwrap. And then we're going to go to UV unwrap and just bring it over to black. Okay. So that's our eraser. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing special. So we have our eraser. Let's call this eraser. That's not how you spell eraser. eraser. All right, and save that out. And we're going to see a lot of issues here. Yeah, so we got some weird rotation, all that stuff. So I'm going to delete the chalkboard entirely. We're going to type that in, chalkboard. There it is. And we're just going to drag. And okay, so we've got some issues. No, it's snapping properly. So I think we're good. So we're just going to put it right here. Okay. If we have some weird issues, we can change the pivot point hopefully using a tool that I bought. And we're going to examine that tool in just a second on how to place objects, that kind of stuff. Okay. So there is our chalkboard. And then we're going to take this little eraser here. And this is a box collider. And it's also pushable, right? And it can be picked up. The same is true with the chalk. It's a pushable object. It can be picked up. It's also going to have a box collider on it. Okay. Now, obviously, it needs a rigid body. We're going to talk about that in a second. The chalkboard itself, I'm actually going to do a mesh collider. All right. Okay. So we've got a chalkboard now. Pretty cool. All right. Let's move on to the next thing, guys. Apply transform is Control A. That's from SunnyDev. Awesome. Thank you very much, SunnyDev. That's very helpful. All right. What's next on the list, guys? Globe, we've done that. Chandelier, we've done that. Apples. We actually do want some apples. I was thinking that's very specific when one of you mentioned it, but I was thinking, yeah, but we're in a school and the game is focused on a lot of the, it alludes to a lot of the stories in Genesis. So we're going to be doing some apples for sure. So let's just open up and type apple. We'll probably find a free one here. 19 free ones. Goodness gracious. Free casual food pack. I think I want that. We got apples. We got, oh, fun. We got a hot dog. It's going to be hard to say no to this. The funny thing is I don't see an apple. I see a tomato and a pepper. Is that a pepper or an apple? Yeah, let's download it. Whatever. Fun! Let's download this, and we're not going to worry too much about all the other food. Well, maybe we can do like 5 food choices. Like, let's say you actually go into the cafeteria or something. Then, just have a bunch of hot dogs, right? And some apples, because that's about all you're going to eat in the cafeteria anyway. We all know this. When you're in school, you eat hot dogs, pizza, and that's about it. And then we'll throw some apples in there as well. Okay, so let's type in apple. There's a pineapple. What? The one thing I needed. That doesn't exist. Pepper. Let's see. There's pepper. There's the sweet pepper. Oh, crap. What are we going to do here? I'm okay with just pretending it's an apple. It's like, whatever, who cares? But the placement of it's kind of strange. The origin is at the center. But whatever. That's fine. Look, they got their own stupid shader. We don't want that. So let's just use the standard shader. There it is. And we're gonna worry about this. And it's gonna have a box collider on it. And it can be picked up, right? So we're gonna use that. And by the way, all of these are gonna be made into prefabs that have beautiful names, and we're gonna have a beautiful little folder for all of our objects that can be placed in the scene. Okay, let's do the pizza. There it is. Gotta have pizza, right? So there's some pizza. And this is gonna have it doesn't need a mesh collider. It's gonna have a little thin box collider, okay? Pull that up, and then we're gonna do the pushable object. And it can be picked up, right? Save that out, and then one more food type, hot dog. We gotta have hot dogs. And we wanna be able to throw these hot dogs. So let's see, what's the poly count is pretty stinking high, isn't it? And it doesn't even have No, it's got a okay, it is a texture. We'll lower the texture, okay? And then probably some cans, to be honest. So we're not going to do every single food here. This can be pushed, so we're going to do pushable object, and it can be picked up as well. What about soda? We don't have any soda. What about drink? Surely there's a drink. Drink one. What? What about juice box? Really? Let's take a look at the asset store, see what we're missing out here. We've got, there's a bag of chips. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, let's do a bag of chips, and that's about it, okay? Chips. There it is. We'll scale it up. Pretty big old bag of chips here. And we can do a little bit bigger here. And box collider's fine. And then pushable object, and it can be picked up. And then what's the final thing here, guys? With any asset, we go to the texture and we down res the heck out of it. Okay, there we go. So it looks like absolute crap, which is what we want. Okay, all right. So we have our foods. The specular is a little high, so let's go to the food here and just turn down the smoothness. There we go. Pretty flat looking now. That's what we wanted. All right, what's next, guys? Let's take a look here. Rulers, a little bit too small. I'm gonna start weeding out the more specific items. I think we're going a little bit too intense here, to be honest. Periodic table, I can do that with a chalkboard. Pencil sharpeners, motivational, lab vessel. Let's type in laboratory. Laboratory. Ooh. And go to free assets. Look at that. Hey, now we got some very inexpensive, aka free, vessels. Can we actually include these? They're not very low poly. Let's type in low poly vessels. Low poly beakers. Let's type in beakers. That looks a little bit more low poly, but it's $80. What? Oh, liquid. That's a liquid system. Science flasks, $5. Let's go to Sketchfab. You know, I would prefer Turbo Squid, actually. Turbo Squid has some good stuff. Search the world's best collection. Got to log in first. Okay, we're logged in. There we go. And so let's bring that over here, and we're going to type in laboratory. Laboratory. There we go. And price, we can select free. Good. Okay. Let's see what we get here. That looks like crap, and that's what we want. We want it to look like crap. So let's take a look here. Oh man, I can't see it. They just look a little high poly. Just from the looks of it, they're pretty high poly. Okay, let's type in beaker, low poly. It needs to look like something you'd see on an N62. There we go. So science equipment. Are there any textures? That's the question. I'm not going to worry about that for now, okay? We're not going to worry about beakers. Yay. Okay, let's go to flags. That's going to be fun. We already have flags. So let's create one in Blender really quick. The flag in Blender is going to be a quad. Okay. I don't need to save that. It's going to be a two-sided quad. So really, yeah, it's just going to be a quad. So go to mesh, and actually let's do a grid, not a quad. which this is basically a quad. So it's going to have 5, or how about 8 subdivisions? That means that if we go to edit mode, yeah, that's what it's going to look like. Then we can squash it down to look like that. And we're going to want this to be able to flow in the wind, right? So then I want to rotate it. Object rotate. Okay. And we want the snap point to be at the top. It really doesn't matter though. Let's just do the center. And then we're going to unwrap this. Okay. So one of the things I already have is a flag here. The material. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to let's save this scene and we're going to go to the level 1 forest. Let's type in forest level. There it is. Forest level. Matthew says, I don't think Thomas is reading the chat anymore. Why? Why do I need to read the chat? I'm working. All right, let's see here. We've got coins. I'm going to put some coins into the scene, but whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's go up here, and there is a flag over here. I want to be sure I take that exact texture. Okay, so there is our banner here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a new, how about just 1080 by 1080? And we're going to take this color here, this orange, and I'm going to fill it in here. And then I'm also going to take this cross here because this is the official logo for Edenfell. The logo for Edenfell, according to the college, is it's a sword, right? Fighting truth. Fighting power with truth, right? The sword of truth. But of course, we all know that's an upside down cross. So let's go to Untitled 1. Click OK. There is our cross for our flag. We can scale it up a little bit here. And we're going to use 1/2 as the back and 1/2 as the front. Okay. All right, so there we go. We've got our upside down cross / sword. I'm going to save this as the flag UV. So this is just going to be flag Edenfell. And then we're going to go to Blender here. And we're just going to make this material flag Edenfell. Okay. And the theory is this should be able to hang from anywhere, right, using physics objects. So that's the theory. So we're going to try that out. I think I have it all set up ready to go with another prefab, so we shouldn't see too many problems with the flag. Knock on wood. Right, Joe? Knock on wood. So we're going to go ahead and hit base color here. And let's see here. Why? There it is. Go to image texture. Is Jason Story in here? Oh, congratulations, Jason. Welcome to being in my chat. So what I'm going to do here is, wow. Have I not saved this out yet? Let's save this as a flag in Thomas's custom models. I thought I just did that. All right. Edenfell flag. I always like when Jason's in the chat. I'm just messing with you, Jason. All right, let's save this out, and then we're going to open up the image texture, and there it is. Okay, now go to edit mode. Unwrap. We could probably just get away with cube projection, I think, right? And it's not a double-sided quad now, is it? So we need that. We need it to be double-sided. So how do I do that? UV. Let's figure this out together, guys. Does anybody remember how to do a double-sided flag or a double-sided quad? Hold on, I'm trying to read about Jason's story. Jason, are you feeling insecure today? Let's see here. because I want to encourage you. Jason Story started his own YouTube channel. Let's take a look, Jason. Let's take a look at your YouTube channel. Jason Story, you are the best man. Subscribe to Jason Story. You guys, let's do this right now. We've got 199 people in the chat. Let's go all subscribe to Jason Story. Wow, Jason, way to go, buddy. Good work. I love that you're working hard, and I love your camera. Look how good his camera is, guys. That's awesome. I love that bokeh you've got. Really good editing here. And let's be honest, pretty good views for the amount of subscribers you have. So you're doing a great job. You've only got one downvote, and that's probably from either Satan or some other person that just doesn't like this beautiful face. So guys, go subscribe to Jason Story. Just type in Jason Story with an E on YouTube and subscribe. Really awesome work. So let's just do that for Jason. Way to go, Jason. Okay. So how do I do a double-sided quad? Does anybody remember? Let's see here. Does anybody remember how to do a double-sided quad? It's like in edit mode, I think, and then you go to mesh, normals. How do I do it? Double-sided shader? Okay. I guess that's fine. A double-sided shader. So there is our, I mean, honestly, we could just put it right here, smack dab in the center. You do it inside Unity? Okay. And then we're just going to put this in the middle. So there's our flag. Obviously, you want to go to back to the flag here and relocate it. There we go. And we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go with this flag. Save that out. And then what I'm going to do is actually jump into Unity. And I already have a flag that sort of dangles down. Edenfell flag. What's this? Oh, that's the model itself. Way to go, Thomas. There is a flag here, though, that already blows in the wind. So that kind of sucks here. Let's take a look and see if we can find it. There it is, this one. So that is triangular banner. What a strange word, prefab. Banner black variant. So I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to remember that. Everybody remember that. It's called banner black variant. Now let's go into our interior level here. Oh, let's go to level 2 interior, or nope, interior level. Those chips are making me hungry. And I'm going to take the flag. I'm going to put it right here. There is our flag. Okay. Scale it up like this, Harry. And we can put this flag all over the place, right? But Thomas, you got to make it look torn. I will. Shut up. So I'm going to drag this over here. And we're going to put it like places like that. See? So we have this beautiful Edenfell flag. Banner black variant was what we're trying to replicate. Okay, so I'm going to drag this right here. And we're going to see if we can just literally bring in the mesh right here. Okay, let's see if we can take the mesh and put it on that. So currently we've got a skinned mesh renderer with this grid. Okay, now the theory is we can take this Edenfell flag material, even this texture here, and just slap it on that. Interesting, huh? So what I can do is I can duplicate this flag material here and call this flag Edenfell. I didn't even need to unwrap it, to be honest with you guys. And I can just drag this in and then drag in the this texture here, which is flag Edenfell. Okay, drag that in onto that. No, onto that. Yeah, there we go. And it's set to emissive. No, there it is. That should work. That is the theory, my friends. So let's go to this view here and just squash it up like this. And then scale it up like this, Harry. It's not as so what we'll need to do is probably if we change the mesh out, we're gonna have to deal with a lot of the consequences though. So I'm kind of cool with it being like that. So we can delete that. We don't need that anymore, and we have this. So the theory is the skinned mesh renderer should be good to go, and we're gonna get some cool effects here. So let's take a look. There he is. Cool. So we got this fun little flag hanging, right? All right, so let's add some paper texture to it. Remember, we go to pexels.com. You guys haven't subscribed to Jason's story yet, have you? Oh, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to Jason's story. Paper texture. Copy. And then let's bring it in here. And we're going to flip it. Daddy's got to pee, but he's going to wait, because I got a lot of work to do here. Okay, filter, mosaic. There we go. And then we're going to do overlay. Well, no, we're going to find the perfect texture. There it is. Drop it down, save it, and see what we get. Ooh, very nice. Scale it up. We could probably scale down the size a little bit like this, yeah? Drop it forward like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is low res as well, okay? We did a low res texture, but we're going to make sure this is low res as well. Hit apply. There we go. 128, even better. Not really. The truth is I like the cleanliness of those rectangles, because that could be replicated in an actual game, you know, an old school game. You don't need to have this to have an anti-aliased pixelation. So let's mosaic it again. Let's do a bigger mosaic. So how about pixelate, mosaic? We're going to do pretty heavy. There we go. Okay, save that out. Go back to Unity here. Alrighty. All right, so we've got this sort of interesting looking flag here. I am curious what we could do to make it look a little bit more torn. Make it look creepy, right? So I'm going to actually just try my best here to add some tears. Same right here. That might do it. That might do it just fine. We can do apply all these to that. Hit save. And cool, we got some tears here. But remember, guys, I like things to look a little bit more tall. Okay. And then also, remember, we're going to pixelate, not that intensely, but we're going to pixelate the mask to make it look like an old school game, right? There we go. Save that out. And looks pretty good here. What we want to make sure we do, though, is we go to the texture here. We want to make sure that we alpha is transparency and we remove the matte. There we go. And then, hey, I think we probably want to do something like this as well. And get that mosaic. Good. And then hit play and let's take a look, okay? I don't want to spend too much time on this though, so we're not going to worry too much about it. I think that gets the job done. Okay, we got a major issue with this bed. I have no idea what's going on, but that's okay. That flag looks like crap. looks a little bit better. I'm not going to worry about the torn look for now. Okay. All right. We can add a border to it. That might, make it look a little bit more intentional, right? So let's just do select. And then we're going to invert that selection. We're going to do just black. Maybe even drop down the opacity to more of an overlay here. I kind of like that. Save that. Let's take a look. By the way, guys, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, download that. Or you can also just check out my webinar if you're not interested in downloading anything. Oh my. We okay there? Yeah, there's a cool webinar below for those of you who are more interested in the business side of game dev on how to make 6 figures with just a demo. Believe it or not, the games that I created, I got funded before I even finished them with Kickstarter and also with publishers and investors. So I know how to do that, and it's not as easy as just sending out emails. So I can tell you how to do that. Watch my free 1-hour webinar, no gimmicks. I will pitch you a product, but you're still going to learn a ton of stuff within 40 minutes of that webinar. It's totally free, so feel free to watch that. Hey, that looks pretty good. I like that a lot. Okay, pretty cool flag there. So why don't we just go ahead and save that out, and let's take a look at the next thing on the list. Lab vessels, flags, anatomy, skeleton, not right now. Map, not right now. Telescope, yeah, telescope might be really cool. So let's take a look and see if there's any telescopes on the Unity Asset Store. Okay. Oh no, I'm yawning. Telescope. I'm looking for low poly, my friends. Cartoon furniture. No. A little high poly for my taste. So, yeah. Why don't we go to our Turbo Squid, right? And take a look here. See if we can find anything. Let's type in, well, let's make sure we log in. Yep, we're logged in. Go to 3D models, and then we're going to type in, well, that's not it. We're going to type in low poly telescope A. Low poly telescope. Take a look here. What do we got? Price. 3. Close, but no cigar. I might need to create my own. Crap, I don't want to create my own, though. We're not going to worry about it. Lunchback projector. There's a lot of stuff here that I honestly don't think I need. What about a creepy doll? You might need that. Yeah, you might need that. Let's just worry about this stupid bed here. Figure out what's going on here. I have to... the LOD is inside of it. That's why. Wait, is it? Okay, so remove the LOD group. And then we can also delete this. There we go. Hey, that looks great. All right, the bed is fixed. All right, so now what we can do is we have a good chunk of furniture here. I think these are a little bit too high resolution, so we're going to crap that up. That's what I was trying to say. We're going to crap it up. There we go. And also, we need to add rigid bodies to everything that is taking advantage of the pushable object script. So what we do is we go to pushable object, do that, and then find references in the scene. Good. All right. So all of this, even the big closet as well, and the bowl, and the box, and the candle, good. Those are all going to have rigid bodies. I don't think they need to start as kinematic. We can check later. The chalk here, all the carpets, we don't need to worry about those. The chips bag, the closet, the cup, good. So all that stuff, it needs to have a rigid body on it. I don't know why the door directional trigger has a pushable object on it, but whatever. Okay. Eraser, yep. And let's see here. I don't know what a fauteuil is, but it's a chair. I'm going to worry about that. Globe, hanger, hot dog, knife, large wooden bench, linen, log on fire. We're not going to worry about that. Metal and wood table, medieval table, mirror. Yeah, I'm fine with it having a rigid body, but it does need to be kinematic. The mirror for sure. Anything stuck to the wall, right? The mirror, commode. I don't know what that is. But the papers, yeah, they'll have rigid bodies. Pillow. All right, keep going down, Thomas. Ooh, what do we got here? Pizza, plate, pottery, round table, shelf, shuggles, single wood bench, small closet, small wood chair. Good. Anything else, Tom? Sweet pepper, table 3. All this stuff is going to have, and wooden chair. All of that's going to have a rigid body on it, okay? All right, so that's good. The chair, that's why. This one here, I know for certain that rigid body is going to be kinematic. And also a few more things that are going to be kinematic. Things like the books kind of need to be kinematic because I don't want them to like pop onto each other and then get thrown. So let's just see what happens. We'll make those kinematic. These vessels here, the pottery vase, they're too smooth. So we're going to drop that down. And we're going to throw on a little bit more texture here for the vase because they just don't look like they work. They don't look like they fit. We're going to take this texture here and paste it on top and squash it down. A little bit more pixelated texture here. Well, we'll merge it down. Try that out and see what we get. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. So I'm not going to worry about that. Save that out. Okay, it's fine. We could probably crank up the contrast though, right? We could do something like this. Or, yeah, something like that. Merge down, and then we're also going to change the saturation, drop it down, merge down, save it. Let's take a look here. It feels a little bit better. A little bit too high. Low poly, though, or low res. Yeah, it was actually okay. That's fine, I guess. All right, so let's take a look and see how everything looks. We're going to probably get some errors. That's okay. Let's take a look. Okay. We can't push that, but we can pick up this, throw it. Good. Pick up this, throw it. Pick up this. Pretty cool, huh, guys? We can pick up this shovel, throw it. What about this chair? Throw it. Good. I like that chair better, to be honest. The table you can't pick up. So this stuff you can hit it, you know. You just can't pick it up. I think I could. No, I can't pick up that. I can hit that. I can pick up this. Cool. I can hit that, but I can't pick it up. That we're good. That can be moved. Ooh. So I can't pick up this stuff for some reason. I can pick up that though. What about this fork? Okay, so I can't pick up that pot, so I need to fix that. So everything can be picked up. Pretty cool, right? And this, I think it's got lighting in it, which is really cool. No, it doesn't. That might be really fun. No, it does. It does. So we're good there. What about the mirror on the wall? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is fairest of them all? Harry. Good. Okay. So this is really fun, right? And obviously it's even more fun with like a gravity gun, right? So you can just launch crap all over the place. We're still working out the kinks of the gravity gun, but overall, mainly it has to do with when it positioning itself in front of the camera. It's kind of screwy right now. All right. Sweet. Hey, the books, what about those? Good. Okay, they fall. So technically what I could do is I could have things as kinematic by default, but the moment you shoot them, cool, okay. Yeah, so, hey, that's weird. Yeah, I don't think anything other than the books needs to be kinematic by default. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rename everything, drag them into the prefabs folder, and then start placing them around each room. So that's totally fine, and could be pretty, what am I trying to say? That's going to be pretty fun. Really quick, guys. I will be right back. I need to use the piss room. Okay? Give me 30 seconds. Now remember, guys, when it comes to naming your objects, at least for me, I find it really helpful to start with the most generic of descriptors, and then you become more specific, right? So instead of big chair, it would be chair big. Let me think here. No, I start with what do I do here? Yeah, I start with the object first, because if I'm searching for it, I want it to be first. And then I put the descriptors after it. That's kind of how I do it. Okay. So let's start with the top here. So that's banner, black variant. That's not banner, black variant. This is going to be flag, Eden fell. Okay. That's hot dog, but I'm going to use spaces. This is going to be food, chips. Okay. This is going to be food, pizza. This is going to be pepper, red. Chalkboard, that's fine. I'm going to call this chalkboard 1 because it'll probably have multiple materials that we can choose from. This is going to be light, or how about just chandelier? I'm not sure how to spell that, but that's fine. This is going to be book 1. Yep. Hey, look at those textures. We don't like that. So we're going to go down to the textures here, and even the normal maps, we're going to do really, really low res here, and it's going to be point no filter. There we go. Okay. So those pages there are strange. I wonder what's going on there. Let's take a look. Ooh, there's one. Oh my goodness, we have a lot to do here. 64, point no filter, hit apply. Good. This one here, same thing. Wow. Do these have, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right. So we've got a lot of different, I can't even explain to you what I'm trying to say here. There's a lot of textures for these stupid books. So we got to clean it up here. Make them a little bit more low res. All right. Let's see here. 64, good. Point no filter, hit apply. All right, so our books are good to go. Okay, so this is called book 1. This is going to be called book 2. I don't really care what the descriptors are. It doesn't really matter to me. 4. Toilet's fine. Sink is fine. This is going to be table, side, round. This is going to be shelf, ornate. This is going to be sink is fine. Good. I'm going to make the smoothness pretty low. There we go. So no occlusion. We don't want any occlusion. So none for the occlusion. Okay, so that's going to be, this is, oh yeah. So this is plate. It's so dark, isn't it? There we go. All right, so that's going to be plate. All right, paper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Mirror. This is going to be called mirror because we don't have multiple mirrors. The lamp here, that's actually a ceiling light. So we could call this light ceiling. Don't we do it those wall lights? We should have wall lights. Knife is fine. Bowl, decorative. If you recall, this one was not pushable. Can be picked up. There we go. Pillar. That's a box collider, but we don't need to do anything else with that. I think it's got a little bit too much detail, so I'm going to remove the occlusion and also the metallic, and then also drop down the smoothness here. We're going to go to the normal map here and make sure it's low res. It is. Okay, we're good there. Keep going down the line here. Hanger. That's fine. I would rather call this coat hanger. Cup is fine. Candle. This is really a candle light. I just want it to show up as a light source if I search for light sources. So that's good. Box 2. That's not a box. That's a filer or a, what do you call this? Organizer for the desk. Bed is good. Bathtub is good. Wooden chair. I think it should be called chair ornate. And then we also are going to have this barrel here. Not multiple barrels. This one's going to be a chair basic. Okay, very simplistic basic chair. And this is going to be a stool or a, what do you call that? Yeah, I think stool is good. Shovel is fine. This is going to be vase. Fat. Okay. This is going to be pottery or vase thin. All right. There's our pillow. And this is the bucket. So notice how I'm just being really clean here with my naming conventions. Nothing too crazy. This is going to be desk or really it's going to be a desk table. The reason I'm naming it two different things is because I'm going to reuse it a lot. It's going to be a desk and a table. The normal map itself is really way too high res. So go to 64 here. There we go. Okay. So there's our desk table. This is going to be our, it's more of a rack or something, but I think table is fine. And we're going to do metal and wood. Okay. This is going to be a bag white. This is going to be a bench wood. And I like to be really, really, really intentional. This is with my naming conventions and just make sure everything's clean. This is really in my book, this is a drawer, right? Or yeah, it's a drawer. What do you call that? Scott, thank you for playing Neversong. That means a lot to me. Yeah, it's a drawer, right? We'll call this drawer tall. This is a I'm going to call it a drawer and mirror. It's a dresser. Thomas, why can't I think? That's a dresser tall. This is a dresser with mirror. Round table. This is a coffee table. Round. That's a chair. It's really a sofa chair, right? A chair sofa. This one is not a closet, but a side table. Or it's a dresser thin, tall. This is a dresser, fat. It's really a side dresser, isn't it? Dresser, side, fat. This is going to be dresser, side, thin. This is a wardrobe, right? Wardrobe. I think I would want to be able to open that, but we'll just do a locking sound. So we're going to take the doors and take those prefabs and apply the functionality to this so that you can't open it up. Although, let's be honest, I really want to be able to open this up. That would be really cool. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. There's a lot of things that we need to do, and that's not one of them. Okay, let's hit play here. Make sure everything looks good. It's called an armoire. Yes. Correct. And we'll create a interactable script that plays sound effects or just activates objects and then deactivates them after like 5 seconds. Just so we can do a lot of cool different things with like the sink or the toilet, have it flush and spill out over the edge, that kind of stuff. So far, everything looks really good. The wardrobe needs to be a little bit bigger. That needs to be bigger. That's fine. That needs to be bigger though. That's fine. That's fine. The desk needs to be a little bit bigger. That is too big. Okay. So let's just use it from memory here. Scale down that. Scale this up pretty big. Scale the coffee table. We could probably a little bit bigger. And then the desk here, pretty big. I think that's fine. That needs to be bigger. Why is that? What's going on there? Scale that up. And by the way, when we scale stuff up, we got to make sure that the box collider is scaling appropriately as well. The mesh collider is good. What about this? Box collider is good. All right. So I think everything's pretty good, my friends. Let's see here. The side table, that sink is a little high. But let's take a look and see. Are there any other... Let's take a look at the scaling issues again. See you later, drunken pirate. Okay. Just got to make sure scale... Ooh, you fell over. Just look at the scaling of everything here. Desk looks good. That's a little too big. Okay, that's too big. That side table's fine, I guess. The toilet's really small. Hey, what do I got 2 sinks, huh? I got one there and one there. Let's delete this one. This could be a little bit bigger for sure. What is going on? So that could be a little bit bigger, huh? Scale it up. And then the sink and the toilet could be scaled up pretty big here. So the toilet itself should have a mesh collider on it, but I don't see it. Maybe set it to convex. No, okay, we're good with we're good with that. So we're gonna scale that up and then scale this up. Okay. And other than that, we should be good to save out all of these as individual prefabs, right? What about these? We haven't tested this. Oh my goodness, it knocked it over. That's crazy. It's fine. So that looks good. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Anything else that I need to look at? We got a bathtub here. The water there looks a little strange. I feel like let's take a look and see what's going on with the water. It's an LOD, I believe. That's a little bit strange. I think it's got What we're probably going to do is take a water plane and put it inside of that. Let's see if we can find one. Water plane. How about just water? How about this? Is that it? There it is. I'm going to take this and go one by one by one. I'm going to put it inside of the bath, zero it out. There it is. Okay, so we have this water here. We're going to set the rotation to be 0 by 0. Good, and pull it up. And we can just scale it to about right there. And I'm actually going to create a new material from this. All right. So let's go to our materials here. We're going to duplicate this. This is going to be called water tub, and we can change the tiling of it, right? So that's the goal here. So let's go to, yep, drag in the new tub water. Yeah, and then we're going to set the tiling to 1 by 1, or even 0.3 by 0.5. How about 1? There we go. So it's really going to be 0.5, and then this is going to be 0.2. Yeah. And we can set the transparency if we wanted to. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah. And we can do like a brown color, puke green or something. And we're going to bring it up actually to about right here. Who knows? Maybe we could find some treats in the tub, right? Okay, so let's save that out. And let's take a look at the water, see how it looks. Let's take a look at this tub here. Good, works great. I like it a lot actually. Could probably do a little bit darker. And because it's a material, whatever change we make now will save. Emission, I feel like it should emit a little bit here. So let's do a little bit of a puke green emission. There we go. Now obviously it doesn't need to shoot, have holes appear on it. Any object that's pushable, or I guess anything that's got a specific material probably won't. How about this? We need to be able to add a tag or a component or something that says does not have a bullet hole, because it's an old school game and a lot of these things have mesh colliders, right? Or convex mesh colliders like that. And you don't want bullet holes appearing in weird spots on this. See that? So, okay, anyway, guys, that looks good. And the good news is we could change out these prefabs and fix them as we lay them out, right? So even though we're laying all these out and we might have mistakes in them, we can fix those mistakes inside the prefab itself, right? All right, guys. So let's save out all these as prefabs, okay? We're going to go to our prefabs folder. We're going to put this free food pack in our assets dump, by the way. Magic icon creator. I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to just put that in my assets dump. Okay. And even the PSX effect, we don't need that either. Whoa, Unity, what you doing, buddy? Let's put that inside of our assets dump. All right, guys. So we have this prefabs folder, and we have our doors, and then we're also going to have the interior design, right? We have all this stuff here. What I'm going to do is actually first and foremost rename all this stuff here. So this is going to be called a wheel. I think a cable wheel is fine. And anything that's not in our scene here. Yeah, so we have, by the way, we have a ton of other objects, right? So this is going to be called a bowl large wooden carpet. I'm fine with all those names. I just don't need the name variant, because pretty much any prefab I've got is a variant of some kind. We're just going to call this car tire, or just tire, honestly. That's fine. This is going to be called a wheel. A cartwheel is fine. And yeah, the color on that one's a little screwy. So let's open that up and take a look. Uh-oh, where'd Unity go? Okay, we're good. So that's good to go. Crap. Where was my prefabs folder? Son of a bee. Hold on. There we go. Couch. Double seat. Wood. Arms. Crate. And that is pushable, so I don't need, most stuff is pushable, so I don't need it defined as, I don't need to write the name pushable next to it anymore. I used to do that. This is called bench. And I'm going to make sure it's an outdoor bench. Flame fireplace. Let's just call that flame fireplace particles. Hanger 3 variant. This is more of a shelf metal. A metal shelf is fine. Lamp post is cool. That's a tall lamp. That's fine. We're going to remove the word variant though. This is a wall lamp. So we're going to do lamp wall. This is a barrel. That barrel here is what I really like. So I'm actually going to delete this one. We don't need that one anymore. This is a crate, but it's tall. So we're going to keep that. Let's go to the actual texture itself. You'll notice it's black and white. I'm going to remove that. Go back into Unity. All right, good. Scroll back down. Yeah. So we're just being very specific here. Good. Flame fireplace, blah, 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 blah. Log on fire. This is going to be called log with fire. That's fine. Metal table variant. That's really a wooden table. So that's going to be a table wooden. Okay. Pictures, good. Lots of picture types. I don't know what this one is versus this one. Let's take a look. They're the same. So we don't need that one. Okay. Pitchfork, good. Plant 3 variant. Sweet. So that's just going to be called Plant 3. This is going to be shelf. Okay, we got shelf metal, good. Shelf 4 variant. This is really a simplistic shelf. So I'm going to call this shelf simple. All right. We have a variant of the shovel. I don't know what this is though. Yeah. So I'm going to delete the variant of the shovel inside of the prefabs folder because we don't think we need that one. Good. So delete that. The sign. This is more of a road. This is a sign. This is a road sign. I'm fine with you calling it that. Shelf metal, good, good, good. Skull variant is just going to be called skull. Shelf simple, good. Small wooden chair variant. Let's see if we can find a reference in the scene. We cannot. So we can actually delete this one. We don't need that one. Steel beam. What is this? That's kind of cool. And then this is a table wooden. I thought we already had that. We did. Okay. And this is a table flat is what we'll call it. This is a tire, torch wall variant. We're just going to call this torch wall. That's torch ground with a space. Trash bag. I'm fine with that. That's kind of cool. There's a trash bin. We liked that. So we're going to keep that. A trough. Good. I don't want it to be black and white though. So let's go back into Photoshop and do that. Good. All right, almost done, guys. We don't need that. We don't need that. Almost done. Keep on keeping on. We're almost done with these prefabs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drag all these into this folder. So we're going to have a massive folder. But don't worry, we're going to actually use a toolkit I downloaded to place all of our prefabs. Wagon. I don't know why that's here. So we're just going to put that out here. Trash bin. So we're going to call this garbage can. That's what I call it. That's a trash bag with a space. That's fine. Trough. Window. Wall lamp. Hey, I thought we already had one of those. But let's just double check here. Window blue variant. What is this? Oh, it's a light. Light windows. Blue. And we're going to move that outside. Okay. Wall lamp and then wood beam. Sweet. Let's double check this material here. Yeah, we're going to keep it brown actually. Okay, guys. Woo! This is a lot. It's just boring. I know it's boring, but you got to do it. So we have all these interior design stuff here, and I'm just going to start dragging in stuff. This is flag Edenfell. Let's put a space there, and we're just going to start dragging in. And they're all going to be prefab variants. Hot dog. Prefab variant. Food chips. Prefab variant. Food pizza. Prefab variant. Pepper. Prefab variant. And you want to make sure that you're not replacing things. Prefab variant. Chandelier. Prefab variant. Globe. Prefab variant. Book. Prefab variant. Oh my. Well, it didn't give us an option for prefab variant. That's okay though. Thomas, why are you not doing it all in batch? Because if I did it in batch, it technically, this is the theory, wouldn't it create? Yeah, you can't. That's one thing. So there's our toilet prefab variant. And guys, once you have all your prefabs, don't think that I have to drag and drop these and rotate them manually. There's actually toolkits, and we're going to use that in just a second, that allow us to paint these into a scene. And I kind of still have to learn it though. Book 4, good. Toilet, have I done that yet? Oh, nope. Okay, delete. There it is. Uh-oh. I'm going to pull that back in just to be sure. There it is. Okay, good. The sink, we haven't done that yet. It's going to be a prefab variant. Table side round, prefab variant. Shelf ornate, prefab variant. Yep. Plate, prefab variant. Paper, prefab variant. And so these prefabs, guys, are going to be all the scales, all of the colliders, everything associated with the prefab is going to be something that we can change and tweak, and we don't have to change every single instance of it, right? Prefab variant, light ceiling, prefab variant. Knife, prefab variant. Almost done, almost done. Bowl, decorative, prefab variant. Pillar, prefab variant. Coat hanger. It's not really a coat hanger, is it? But I guess it is. Cup, prefab variant. Candlelight, prefab variant. Organizer, prefab variant. Bed, prefab variant. Bathtub, prefab variant. Chair, ornate. Man, we got a lot of goodies here. We're going to have plenty. Honestly, this should be enough for the whole game. Seriously. I can't think of anything else we're going to need. So, vase fat variant, good. Vase thin, good. Pillow, good. Chair basic. Did I do one of those yet? Yeah, I haven't done one of those. Barrel, we haven't done one of those either. And the barrels and the crates will be breakable. They'll like bust into particles and stuff. But we don't need to worry about that yet. Bucket, prefab variant. Whew, almost done. Desk, prefab variant. Table, metal, and wood, prefab variant. Bag, white, prefab variant. Bench, wood, prefab variant. Dresser tall, prefab variant. Dresser with mirror, prefab variant. Coffee table, prefab variant. Chair sofa, prefab variant. Dresser side thin, prefab variant. Dresser side fat, prefab variant. And wardrobe, prefab variant. So now what does this mean, guys? It means we can go through all of this here and delete them. And now we can place them all. Let's go to our tools here. We should have, what's this? Yeah, I have an interesting asset pack. I think that I downloaded it and then I think I deleted it. All right. Sweet. Let's double check. Let's hit play and make sure everything is working in the game. I want to make sure there's no stray objects randomly in this scene here. Yeah, we're good. Okay, guys. There's an asset that I used. I was playing with it. Wasn't live streaming. That sounds weird. I was playing with it, and this was not during my live streams. That's so funny. And I can't remember what it was called though, so let's go to my assets. There we go. Fortunately, one of you said Thomas's naming conventions would really drive my professors crazy. This is from Toxic Studios. I agree. Fortunately, I'm not working with your professors, and I'm sure they have some wonderful tips. But snap and plug. Nope, we already did that. Octave 3D level design. Let's open that up in Unity, and we're going to use this tool. I actually really like this tool. It does a lot. Unless I've already got it. Let's see here. Import. What do you mean by source my project? What would that be? What would you guys want that to do? What would that mean? Source my project. All right, so this is kind of a big, toolkit. But what this allows us to do is it allows us to place things and rotate things with just a click of a button. So I'm going to go to, Tools, Octave 3D. Yes, Window. Yes, okay. So I think what we do here is we create a new empty game object. Well, actually, let's just do it with, let's do a little test. I'm going to do it with the bathroom, actually. So let's go into this bathroom here. All right. And there's B bathroom J variant. We're going to select it. Let's double click it, actually. Whoopsie. Let's type in bathroom J. All right, there it is. Okay, I believe what we do is we type in Octave 3D World Builder. There we go. And it's a component that you add to every single one of your interiors. I guess what you could do is you could do it with your level and not just one of these prefabs. But I'm fine with having it here for now. Then I'm going to go to Tools, Octave 3D. Actually, no. Window. There's a window I want to use. Oh, what's the window called? Tools. Select. Interesting. If I select, okay. So what we're going to do here, there's like a way to, how strange. Man, I can't remember how to do this. Let's go to Octave 3D World Builder. Select. Okay. Prefabs. There we go. Yes, there's a prefab management window here. Okay. we're going to create a new prefab folder here. So I think we're going to create a category, and it's going to be called interior design. Create category. There we go. And then we can just drag in those prefabs that we just created. That's the theory, at least. So let's take a look. All the way down here. There it is. So what's cool about this is it should create screenshots for us. There we go. So there's all of our prefabs. And this is the interior design one. Let's go to default here. Good. Okay. So interior design is set up properly. And we can start, hopefully, dragging in these prefabs here. Wish I could make them a little bit smaller, but okay, let's start with the sink. There we go. We got to make sure we're doing this here. Yep. And we're going to start placing prefabs. So there's one sink. And it's snapping, which is fine. But I can't remember how to rotate. There's hotkeys. Was it Y? Yeah, it's Y. Good. Huh. Enable object surface grid. Turn that off. Object to object snap. Turn that off. Why can't I place it? But there's lots of things you can do. You have a box here. You can do a box here. This box is the snapping position is a little strange. But yeah, all of this should be snappable. So I think there's a few issues that we're going to get. Let's see here. Yeah. So I'm just testing this out, trying to see what this does here. So for some reason, I can't actually add anything. So let's double check something here. Attach to hovered object. No, I want to attach it to an object group. Let's create a new object group. The group is going to be called interior design. We're going to create a group. There we go. And let's try that. So for some reason I can't place it. Oddly enough. How strange. I think it's because I'm in prefab mode, maybe. I'm not sure. I think I might need to create an object. Create. So I don't think I can do it in prefab mode. Let's double check something here. So there's our bathroom. And it has Octave 3D World Builder on it. So let's create a new object. Create a new group, really. And we're going to call this interior design. Create. Okay, so okay, look at this. Just made a ton of them. Okay, I see. So when you're in prefab mode, things get a little confusing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the bathroom J here, and look at all these. Oh my word. So it was placing, but yeah. Okay, so let's type in sink and just delete all these sinks, right? We don't need any of those. Whoopsie. Ah, yes. So it's called sink variant. What was happening is the tool doesn't allow you to edit in prefab mode. I don't understand why, but we're gonna go to this scene here, and we're gonna oh crap. So the categories weren't created properly either. Huh. How strange. But you know, I think that's okay. We're gonna try and create a new category here. We're gonna call this interior design. Create category. Ooh, save prefab config. Saves all prefab categories and prefab tags inside a config file, which can be located. I like that. Okay, so we're going to create a category and then save prefab config. Ah, yes. Okay, we can create a configuration file. Assets. I'm going to do it in other. and this is just going to be called Prefab Octave 3D World Builder config file. The configuration was saved successfully. Hooray! So you can load the prefab configuration file, hopefully by going into Other. There it is. Prefab loaded. Okay, so now we're going to go to our interior design, and then we're going to just drag, okay? We're going to drag these in again. So we just had a lot of issues, basically, with we were using this toolkit, but you can't use it inside of the prefab itself. You have to be in the root file, all right? So let's see here. Let's go to our sync again. There it is. But you need to make sure you have this selected. And now the theory is you can just rotate them. There we go, and place them. That's the theory. Now for me, what I'm going to do is actually, let's see here. What I'm going to do, so strange, is when I have things like this, I think what you can do is actually extrude it, but I'm not going to worry about that. What I mean by extrude is you can actually have like a pattern of like 10 of them. But for me, I'm actually going to just do 2 on this wall. Oh, crap. So let's see. Is it not? It didn't add it to the right. Okay, I got to figure this out. We're going to figure it out, guys. I promise. So there we go. And then what we're going to do, we need to create a new group. So create a group for interior design inside of this object. Where is it? Select. There it is. Ugh. Yeah, it's a little bit messy right now, guys. Sorry. This chalkboard, we don't need that. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's a little bit messy. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Bathroom. So the active group is called interior design. What is that? Replaces the current active group object with the one specified in the field. Okay. So we can drag this in here. And, okay. Let's try that. It should put it inside of that, though. Huh. What in the world? So weird. What? Huh. I don't like this. I'm going to delete that. And let's take a look here. No object groups are currently available. Huh. Missing the game object. Replace. I think that did it. Nope. Well, we're going to have to figure it out tomorrow, guys. Today was really, really fun. If you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, feel free to download that. It's my treat to you. Use it however you want. You can make a commercial game, make $1 million on it. I don't care. Or you can just use it for personal projects. I'll email you that. And by the way, if you guys are more interested in the business side of game development, there's a webinar below. Click below. You can watch it. It's like an hour long. You're going to learn how to take a demo like we've got now and secure 6 figures in funding and go full time before you even finish your game. It's totally free. You can watch that. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later, and I think I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.